in a while. Harvest season is really busy since I'm usually trying to get as much of the produce that's coming out of the garden into the house. And other things I thought I'd share was ways that I have been able to maximize the use of my produce. Squash comes in super fast. Watermelons, I mean, one can take you out, but when you grow them, you're gonna get clearly more than that. As you can see, I put them right into my air fryer after, you know, give them a quick rinse off, air fryer, roast them with a little spray of oil, and then I puree them in the food processor to make a tomato sauce, usually, because it's heavily tomatoes and squash. Squash is a great filler vegetable, so you can kind of increase your volume there. Stick them in a quart bag, Ziploc, freezer, and you're done. It's just a really great, quick way to use those vegetables. But just want to give you a quick look at what my garden looks like right now. I've got eggplants coming in. Let's see if there's one left on here. My kids love to harvest for me. Here's one, so you can kind of see. So these will not, be great for eggplant parmesan, which is, I thought I planted both varieties, but it looks like I only planted the one. There's a few in here, so I'll peel these down and pickle them using lots of different spices. My plan is to do a lot of pickling of some of these vegetables that are maybe not something I enjoy frozen. Eggplant gets a really weird texture when you take it out of the freezer, so it's not the best vegetable to freeze. I'm sure there's a better way to do it than I'm doing it, but it seems time consuming. My bok choy here is bolting. This was actually a second planting for the fall, which is fine. I mainly just throw that fresh into noodle bowls. These are cabbage plants that are totally ate up. I've left them out here. I kind of neglected them. I actually cut off, I got 6 heads, and I cut these down, and they came back again to give me a little bit more leaves. So I'll probably sauerkraut these up. I've already got like 4 or 5 cans of sauerkraut now, but I feel like if you're not growing to put up, then you're putting a lot of money and time into something that's only going to serve you for a few months, which is fine. But for me, I don't feel like that's what I'm looking for. So I've cut back a lot of the summer blooming veggies or herbs. So the chives have already been sheared like 3 or 4 times. The basil, I've got it strung up in the basement, and I'll do a video about how I dry my herbs. I've got holy basil, that's the purple one here in the back, which I'll turn into a tea. And thyme, lavender, rosemary, all those things are great for drying. I'll do mixtures of the different herbs to make different dried herbal teas. My collards are really getting hit by this cabbage worm. I need to net them because these will actually, see, there goes one flying right away. These are really good. They'll last almost through the winter if you keep them from getting that hard frost, and a nice quick netting. A net over them will do that for you. Got some broccoli plants that I just planted for the fall. Those will do the same. And my chard, which I've learned I don't exactly love the flavor of it. I love the look of it, so I kept it. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. My tomato plants are starting to peter out. We haven't gotten our first frost yet, but once we do, they'll be done. But I mean, just a beautiful giant varieties here. Some Roma, some cherries. So pretty bountiful. And I did do the string trim method, as you can see, and it's worked really well for us. It's kept the patch from getting out of control because there's about 3, 6, 9, 12 tomato plants here, which is unheard of in this small space. So it did its job. Got peppers to bring in. So yeah, just a quick update of what's been going on in the garden, what's growing, what I'm planting, all of those brassicas for the fall, and my asparagus is, leaving that alone so that it can build up its energy for next year. Same with the rhubarb. I might harvest a leaf or 2 there if I want to make a tart, but I've got so much frozen at this point, I don't really need to. So that's where I'm at.